But working with transactional data, working with JSON data, etc., from a reporting perspective is not that nice. So what we can do is we can use Synapse, and Synapse effectively, we can convert the application data into what's called an analytical store, and then we can work with that in a nice tabular format. We can work with that in data frames, for example. We can work with that data very nicely, and then when the applications are making changes, where they're doing updates and deletes, that data is automatically reflected, synchronized into our analytical store in Synapse without us having to do any ETL. So that's actually pretty awesome. So we can come in here and we can do our data engineering as well. So we can come and we can write our SQL scripts, we can come and create notebooks, we can do the data flows that you saw before. So we can start to do our data engineering and our feature engineering. And then of course we can come in here and start building our data factory pipelines that you saw before. And even if we want to do one-time copies and do one-time data movement, we can come in here as well and do it. So this is really how we can do a lot of our end-to-end data activities through Azure Synapse Analytics. You can also build Power BI, upload your Power BI reports into here as well if you want, but personally I tend to use Power BI servers. If you're interested in this, learning more about it, let us know. Okay, on to the next one is advanced analytics. Data is used really to explain or predict, and explain is business intelligence. It's very well known. What is more interesting, and if you remember back to the start of the talk, going down that ladder to more prediction and more prescriptive analytics, is predictive. And really there's, I guess, two kinds of questions that you're going to be asked when the business is going to ask of you when it comes to predictive analytics, and there's two kinds of answers. And it's either categorical questions with categorical answers, quantitative answers. For example, tell me the price of coal, or tell me the price of housing, or tell me the price of cars, or whatever, in over the next 12 months. That's a quantitative question with a quantitative answer. And really these are the algorithms that we use on a day-to-day basis to answer these questions. Now, you actually don't need to know this. The key point here, though, that I want you to take away from this is that in order for you to become more predictive and even prescriptive, you need tools and languages that can support answering these questions. Now, typically, it's these two languages here, R and Python, that are best at answering those kinds of questions. We also do have automated machine learning as well, which can help to a point where it can just sort of run the data through many different algorithms and give you an answer. But at some point, when you start to get more advanced, you're going to want to delve into this world. SQL is very good at explaining. It's a great language, and there's a great number of databases out there that are very good at explaining, but they're not very good at predicting. So this is why we want a platform as part of our strategy that's going to be flexible. It's going to be flexible enough to handle predictive and non-predictive problems. It's going to support business analyst, data engineer, and data scientist able to adapt to change. And we also want it needs to be integrated into data ops and machine learning ops so we can operationalize it. So don't get boxed into these sort of point solutions that try and claim that they can do all this. And then when you look at them, they're only SQL-based languages, because they're not going to be very good at it. There's also a lot of young grads that come out of uni these days that are kind of only learning Python. There are partners that you'll partner with that only know SQL. There is a large cohort of data analysts out there that are very fluent in R. So we want to be able to give everybody the best tool and the best method that they can to be able to support your business needs. Let's go have a look at how some of this advanced analytics works. So again, we're in Synapse here, and maybe we have DB admins, etc. Well, maybe we're working with a partner, we're working with, we've got a lot of assets already that are written in the SQL language. So we can use SQL inside of Azure Synapse to get what we need done. But then maybe we also want to do some advanced analytics around machine learning, some predictive analysis. Maybe we're working with a partner that knows Python, for example. We can easily just switch over and have one of our Python notebooks that can run on Spark, and we can go through and we can start to do more of the advanced analytics that you'd really struggle to do just in basic SQL.